So we had a question on the show a while back, like how many times do you go out with somebody? If the chemistry's not there on the first night, do you give it a second try? If it's not there on a second night, and because you guys might have been drinking during these dates, do you give it a third try, sober? How many times do you try it? That was Katie's question to us, and I thought we all advised you very, very well.
Yes, you all did. I'll give you all props for advising me well, because I just didn't know about this woman. Only been on 2 dates with her, and there was nothing wrong with her that I could just say. I just couldn't really figure out our vibe. Mm-hmm. Couldn't figure it out.
But there was also alcohol involved, so who knows?
Yeah. And
Which, actually thinking about it now, when alcohol is involved, the chemistry is usually better.
It makes it easier.
Right. If you can't get along drunk, you're never going to get along sober.
There's a reason why they call it liquid courage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it does make it easier, but is it the same ease if I'm not drinking? That's what I really was wanting to know. But you all said, no, Keity, don't do it. Just don't.
I didn't say that. They did, by the way.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I said go on a sober date.
Okay, so majority was like, don't do it.
Yeah, Abby was like, don't do it.
I said, don't do it.
I said, don't do it.
Yeah, these are the ones Abby and Mo, well, mostly Abby is the one that's out there. So if any credibility in this area, it's going to be Abby.
Yeah, I have the PhD in knowing what's up on the next date. So I think after the second date, if you're not feeling it, it's not a good sign.
And Mo and I, who are in happy relationships right now, we both said...
Rub it in a little more.
Sorry.
Just take notes. That's all I'm saying.
I got a big old bag of salt. Come over here. We said, like, on our first dates with our significant others, like, we were excited. Like, we knew, like, this was a person I wanted to see again and again and again.
It was instant and it wasn't forced.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when I presented the story, I did not think that majority would say don't do it. So I was a little bit of an asshole because I already had a date planned.
You could have canceled it. You could have canceled it.
She had no intentions of not going on that date.
She's like, dang, I need content this week.
So, at the beginning of the week, I decided if I'm going to try this again, why not make it a good date? Not just let's go get some food or just go to a bar. Let's go to a museum during jazz night.
Oh, that's a good date.
Right? What?
There's two things that would be completely boring as hell to me.
Okay, well, you're not on the date.
I'm with you.
Jazz and a museum.
You're going to need a lot of alcohol.
I know the museum you're talking about that does these jazz nights, and it's very cool, and it's very neat.
Does it have the word museum in it?
Yes.
Then it's not fun.
Yes, it is. You're surrounded by dinosaur bones listening to jazz.
On a second date?
Unless it has the word Ripley's in front of it. It's not going to be fun enough. Did you go to Ripley's?
No.
Okay,
no. But I had this vision in my head, I was going to go by her place, pick her up. We're going to be dressed nice. We're going to get to this museum. She's going to be looking at a piece of art. I'm going to come up behind her and say, what are your thoughts on this piece of art? This is how I'm just envisioning
the most beautiful piece of art in this museum is you.
But the glass is Sauvignon Blanc. This is what I'm envisioning. And so I asked,
is this Keity or is this who Keity wants to be?
A mixture of both.
Okay, all right.
It ain't Keity.
I've never met this Keity.
I don't know her either. This is a stranger.
Look, I have a little romantic side. Okay. Anywho, so I asked her if she wants to go on this date at the beginning of the week when I got the tickets. And she's like, of course, I would love to do this. I'm like, perfect. You guys are like, don't do it. And I'm like, well, too late. So
I got the tickets.
The day before we're supposed to go out on this date, she calls me, not unusual. We're having a good conversation. She's like, oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait for this tomorrow. It's going to be so much fun. I'm like, yeah, what time do I need to pick you up? We're going over all the details. And she says, you know what, Keity, though? I have to tell you something. And I've been trying to figure out how to tell you this. And so I'm like, all right, cool. What's up? She's like, you remember my best friend that you met? Like when we first met a long time ago at this bar? I was like, yeah. She's my girlfriend.
Oh,
like her friend?
We've been dating for months.
No. Huh? Well, what?
Now, here's the thing. This date that I was supposed to go on with her was going to be our third date. Our last date was a month ago.
Okay.
Where she publicly made out with me.
Uh-oh.
And you've had a girlfriend this whole time?
Okay, I've got a lot of questions here. So is this normal now to spread out the dates so far? Like for me, if you're going to go out on a date, it's going to be every couple of weeks, but this is your third date in a couple of months.
It's just because our schedules are busy and she travels a lot for her job.
Okay.
So it was kind of hard to find a time where we could try this again.
Okay.
So it's one thing if she's like, because you all have had a lot of time in between dates. If she's dating other people, you're dating other people, but this is not like she has a girlfriend.
In a committed relationship.
I'm assuming her girlfriend don't know about you.
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of at all.
Wow.
So
That would have been my first question. Does your girlfriend know you're going on dates with other women?
Yeah.
I went blank. Like this, she tells me this, and I'm like, "Are you gotta be kidding me?"
Right.
I knew I should have did. Like I'm just going through my head, like, right? Like I screwed this up, and she's still talking, and I'm just tuned it all out, and I was like, "I'm going to sleep. Goodbye." And I hang up.
So did you even say like, why are we doing this then?
No, I didn't. I didn't even want more answers. I said, "What's your email?" She gave me her email. I said, "Go take your girlfriend. Send her the tickets."
Yeah.
There you go.
And Jazz is just playing in the back of this conversation.
The story turned bad when it was a museum. You know. Don't do music. Last time I was at a museum, I think I was like, so is this supposed to be Mariah Carey or J-Lo? This wax figure.
Oh, yeah. That's a struggle at those wax museums.
I'm sorry. That sucks, man. That
Sorry,
really
Keity.
sucks.
The Bert Show.